So, hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. One of the things that we've been researching over the past year, especially, has been GEO or Generative Engine Experience. Now, I've made a few videos about GEO on my channel, but I primarily have been saying, and I will say this again, is that if you're doing well in Google search specifically, or even Bing search, you will do overall better than other people who are not doing so well and these organic search engines. But there is more that you can do to get cited on generative search engines like Gemini, ChatGPT, Perplexity. So these are the three big ones, but then there are others as well. So in this video, we will go into the exact tactics that you can use or that I've been using to a great degree of success to get cited by these search engines. Now, in one case, and this is very interesting, I had a client that came to me saying that their traffic was declining. These people were in the travel industry, and they, at one point, 2 or 3 years ago, they were doing very well with their website. However, over time, Google had begun to demote their site, and for some reason, despite the quality of their content being excellent, well written, everything being on point, they were still losing traffic. So they came to me as a last ditch effort to try and save their business. So even though their organic rankings have not jumped, in fact, their organic AI rankings on Google are not great, but they are getting cited as a top source on generative search engines like Perplexity, like ChatGPT, even Gemini. So in AI mode, they're not cited on Google search, but they are cited by Gemini. And the reason for that is we've done a lot of work on their GEO or generative engine search. And in this video, I'll kind of go over the type of work we've done, not only in this client, but for other clients, in addition to a lot of other stuff that we've been doing. But again, I don't have the data for that, but we're working on that. And once I have the data for that, I will make a video going over the steps that we've taken to optimize those additional things for our clients. So if you've not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe because there are loads of new videos coming in 2026. There are going to be loads of tutorials that are coming in on this channel in 2026. And also, if you're looking for those, and also if you're looking for someone to do SEO for you, feel free to reach out at cloudscodubai.com or you can email me at admin@cloudscodubai.com. All right, so let's get into this. So first important thing is to understand how do these generative search engines generate their answer. So one of the ways they use is called fan out queries. Now I have a separate video about fan out queries that you can go ahead and watch. But in a nutshell, what happens is when you type in a long prompt asking it a question, it breaks that prompt into smaller questions and it then breaks it down into queries and it will then search engines for that query, pick up the most relevant search results, and then surmise the search results into an answer. It will then have links to those sources that it cites or its answers are based on, so that if you want to learn more, you can click on the link and you can go to those websites. Now, biggest mistake I see people make is assuming that these generative search engines are only searching Google. So, for instance, Gemini would mostly search Google, but Gemini is not only searching Google, Gemini is also searching Bing, DuckDuckGo, and lots of other search engines. I think it's over a dozen search engines. Yes, it prioritizes Google as 90% of its results are derived from Google because it's owned by Google, but it's also doing it other search engines. For ChatGPT, for instance, ChatGPT is mostly doing its searches on Bing, but that's only in 70% of the cases. In 30% of the cases, they're also searching Google. They're also searching DuckDuckGo. And so its answers are then taken in and they're kind of surmised into the answer that it wants to provide the user. And so if you're just going to focus on Google or your geo, you're not going to see results. And I think that's a mistake a lot of SEOs are making right now is that, and so they try to optimize for Google, assuming that if they do well in AI mode, they will do well with ChatGPT and Perplexity, which is not the case as we've found. So how do you optimize for geo? First thing I will do, and this is what I highly recommend, is pick 4 phrases that are doing very well, that your website is doing very well from. It doesn't have to be on the first page, it can be on the second or third page. And by doing very well from, I mean is that it's bringing in traffic or it's bringing in loads and loads of impressions. Okay. So those are your pillar keywords, all right? And your pillar keywords is what you're going to base your geo strategy on. Once you have a list of those four keywords, you will then move on to the next step, which is associating your brand with those key terms so that an AI engine understands what your brand does exactly, okay, and why it is an authority for those keywords. The next thing you will do is you will do a generative search on a platform like ChatGPT or Perplexity and look at what terms are being recommended or what questions are being recommended. Take those questions that are being recommended and see if your keyword appears in those recommendations. If your keywords appear in those recommendations, rewrite those questions, okay, by inserting your brand term into those questions, putting those questions on pages that are being referred to in Google search, whether even if it's on second page or third page, and write an answer that's 2 sentences long for that question. Do that for every question. So, for instance, if you if you see that a question being recommended, let's take the one that we have in the screenshot over here. Top-rated sandals travel agents in the United States by reviews. All right. So if you take this one, this question, we can rewrite this into top-rated sandals travel agents in the United States recommended by your brand by reviews. Okay, or in terms of reviews. So the generative AI, you don't have to be precise or exact or like you have to do with your keywords. It can be the question. So the gist of it should be the same, and then you go about answering why your brand is the best, and you post that question and answer in your page's FAQs, or you can do it within the content of your article, of your main article. Regardless, doing this several times across your website will associate your brand with that term that you want to rank for in geo. Okay. And once you do that, you will start to see over time that Google, including Google search, will start to make that connection needed to start ranking not only in geo, but also in Bing and Google. Google is a little different. Google looks at other factors, but this will start getting you in the right direction. So the second thing you'd want to do is do a press release. Now, this will not be your regular run-of-the-mill press release. This will be a press release that quotes you or quotes your brand. And it's not an irregular quote. It will quote data. For instance, 70% of people earning $200,000 a month in 2025 went on vacation to the Bahamas. All right. This will be something that the PR quotes with your brand from your website. And if the PR goes to enough high quality sources, that PR will end up landing you in generative search and also reinforce the fact that your brand is associated with that term. It also adds EAT to your brand. So if you have a brand new brand or you don't have an established EAT, this is one of the ways to establish your EAT. Now it's not a silver bullet, and one PR would probably not do it. You might have to do several different angles. You'll also have to work on your website. But this is one of the ways we got some of our clients to just land into Geo within weeks, literally, of doing this. So you might want to also give this a shot. The third thing we also did was we redid a lot of the content on the website that we were working on. And so what we did was we would make sure that the introduction is 2 sentences long and the rest of the paragraph would be bullet points. 6, 7, 8, 9 bullet points that encompasses the gist of the article. And we would then do that for the introduction of all of our articles, making sure that the introduction is not larger than 100 words, and making sure that there are 2 sentences followed by bullet points. Doing that, interestingly, improved our rankings for one of our test sites from being on the fourth page to being on the first page and being cited by AI mode within 3 weeks. Okay, so you might want to give this a shot. It's very easy to do. And honestly, it makes it easy for search engines and even for geo engines or generative engines to figure out what your content is about without having to go through a wall of text that it would otherwise have to go through. Finally, this is the last thing, this is the last tip for this video. But I just want to make sure that everyone understands this. Getting into generative search engines is not easy and it's not quick. So it's not like regular search where you can optimize and you will see results within 2 to 6 months. This effort takes maybe up to a year. Okay, depending on how saturated the market is, how well known the brand is to begin with. If your brand is not very well known to begin with, it can take upwards of a year to get cited in Geo. The reason being, it takes time to get into the training data of these algorithms, and then once you're in the training data, only then will you be cited. Because one of the goals that a lot of these generative search engines have is not to consistently scrape Google or Bing or all of these search engines. They're trying to pull these answers up from their database. Once you get into their database or the training data, that is when you start showing up for just about every search or the majority of searches that are within your industry. And but if you do well, in terms of making your content easy to digest, associating your brand with your keywords, and also making sure that LLMs understand what your business is about, the odds of you ranking in generative search explode by up to 80%. And we've seen this over the past 2020. And during 2025, we did loads and loads of tests. We found a lot of data to suggest it's possible to optimize for geo. In fact, there's a higher probability that you will show up in Geo than you will show up in Google search. I know that's weird, but that is what we're seeing. So if you apply what I've given you, which is just 10%, you will see results. So if you guys like the video, like, subscribe as always, leave a comment below, and happy ranking.